crowd. News is now, they're throwing now. They're pointing, they're swinging. Right hand from Oliveira and a right hand from Max Holloway to end the fight. That is it. UFC 326 is in the bag. Charles Oliveira with an absolute shutout.
Charles Oliveira becomes the fourth BMF champion in the history of the UFC with a dominant win over a great like Max Holloway.
Charles Oliveira here tonight.
I mean, it's 5-0. You know,
It's 5-0.
And I think this is the most dominated we've ever seen Max. And I think this is the least amount of punches out of 30-something UFC fights he's ever thrown.
I also think Oliveira's wasn't as bad as theirs. At all. Because for the first 2 rounds, he was fucking destroying Holloway on the ground. Out grappling him into every spot, get into positions where he nearly had the rear naked choke on so many occasions.
Job at defending the takedown, and if he got on the ground, he'd at least pop up a couple, 3 times during the round, but total domination.
Nearly had the arm triangle at one point on Holloway, smashing him with elbows from top position, smashing him with elbows from the back as well.
Well, I think you'll have those type of guys, but you know, the goal at the end of the day in every fight is to win, so he did exactly what he needed to do to win.
Charles Oliveira tonight.
It's unreal, but you know, we were joking. If it keeps going this way, when that 10-second clap goes, could you imagine how badass it would be if Charles stands up and gives him the chance? That's what the BMF's all about right now.
You can get one-way traffic, total destruction, utter domination from start to finish. He walks down Max Holloway, Charles Oliveira, lands a big 1-2, gets the body lock, takes him down, threatens the choke, and that's basically the story of the fight.
And I think probably, you know, you'll have to ask Max, but in training camp, they're probably expecting, you know, if you've seen Charles fight, he's not afraid to go toe-to-toe, stand up, and, you know.
As dominant as the win as it was, Max obviously showed incredible grappling defense. Did you have any idea that his jiu-jitsu defense was as solid as it was?
Sim, na realidade ele é um BMF, ele é um cara gigante, mas eu não queria errar. Eu queria simplesmente estar ali. Então, foi as duas coisas. Ele defendendo, sendo esperto, e eu querendo estar perto.
Yeah, I mean, listen, he's the BMF. Like, you know, he knows what he's doing. But the main thing is I did not want to make mistakes. I wanted to be where I am.
Dana, dominant work from Charles Oliveira, but maybe not exactly the fight the crowd was anticipating or looking for. What were your thoughts on the way the main event played out?
I don't know if anybody was expecting that. I mean, the way he body locked him and took him down so easily and absolutely dominated him on the ground. I thought there'd be a lot more stand up, and I thought that Max would do a better. I don't know if anybody was expecting that. I mean, the way he body locked him and took him down so easily and absolutely dominated him on the ground. I thought there'd be a lot more stand up, and I thought that Max would do a better job at defending the takedown. And if he got on the ground, he'd at least pop up a couple, 3 times during the round, but total domination.
Max Holloway cracks a smile and put on responsive kind. Been kind of a slower evening because there was a lot of decisions, but the energy and the atmosphere for this main event. Over 5 rounds. The big question was, as the fight progressed into the later rounds, could Max Holloway find a way to get a finish? Because he clearly needed one. The answer to that, of course, was no. Charles Oliveira, Dude Bronx, is the BMF champion of the world, and he made it look easy. He's trying to get the rear naked choke. Max is fading. He's dropping down to the ground. Charles Oliveira might get this. He's trying to fight the hands off. There's 3 minutes left in the first round.
Max Holloway versus Charles Oliveira. These aren't the real stats, but I want you to pay attention to something. Who the fuck had Oliveira as a plus 165? This was always gonna happen, as sad as it is. Oliveira dominates Max Holloway by decision. Not the most fun fight to watch. For the first, here's what I'll say about this.
The clash between Max Holloway and Charles Oliveira finally became reality, and it instantly turned into one of the most talked about matchups in the MMA world. Fans had been debating this fight for a long time because both fighters bring completely different but extremely dangerous skill sets into the cage. Holloway is known for his relentless pace, elite boxing, and incredible cardio, while Oliveira is famous for his deadly submission game and unpredictable striking. When the fight night finally arrived, the atmosphere inside the arena was electric. The crowd was loud even before the fighters stepped inside the octagon, knowing they were about to witness a high-level battle between two former champions with huge fan followings. As the fight started, Holloway immediately took control of the center of the cage, something he has always done throughout his career. He began working behind his jab, throwing quick combinations and constantly moving forward. His striking rhythm looked sharp, and he was already testing Oliveira's defense with fast punches to the head and body. Oliveira, however, remained calm and patient. He used leg kicks early to slow Holloway down and create some distance. Those kicks landed clean a few times, and it was clear Oliveira wanted to make Holloway think twice before charging forward recklessly. The first round quickly turned into a fascinating striking battle, where Holloway pushed the pace, while Oliveira tried to find openings for counters and possible grappling opportunities. The crowd reacted loudly every time Holloway unleashed one of his famous multi-punch combinations. His ability to throw punches in volume once again became a key factor in the fight. Oliveira responded with some sharp counters and a few powerful kicks that reminded everyone of his evolving striking ability. Fans watching around the world immediately started reacting on social media. Many people posted that the fight was even more technical than they expected, while others praised both fighters for not wasting time and immediately engaging in an exciting battle. One fan wrote, "This is exactly why we love MMA. Two elite fighters showing different styles and refusing to back down." In the second round, the intensity of the fight increased dramatically. Holloway started the round aggressively, throwing combinations from different angles and applying constant pressure. His footwork allowed him to cut off the cage effectively, forcing Oliveira to move backward more often. At one point, Holloway landed a clean right hand, followed by a quick combination that made the crowd erupt with excitement. For a brief moment, it looked like Holloway might overwhelm Oliveira with sheer volume striking. However, Oliveira is known for staying dangerous even under pressure, and he proved that again in this fight. Oliveira suddenly changed levels and attempted a takedown, perfectly timing it when Holloway stepped forward with another attack. The takedown attempt created a tense moment because